Shalom, Yasharala. I want to give honors to my Heavenly Father, my great King, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Harakakadash, double honors to our apostles and other bishops, a great millstone. A salutation to my fellow laborers in the Mashak Yahweh Shai, pushing the beloved true cross the four winds. Shalom, one of you brothers, and you few aquas that take heed to this beloved doctrine of life. All right. Now, this sit down I'm about to do is inspired by something that happened to me earlier tonight. It was kind of horrific, and it got my blood flowing, my adrenaline pump. Okay, I was coming to my house, and to get to my house, it got a long road. All right, and when I was on that road, I had two of my sons in the car, and one of my sons is asleep, and one of my sons is up. So it's a dark road. Like, I live like going towards a rural area. And I looked in my rear view, and I seen two vehicles fucking getting it. I'm talking about they had to be going at least 130 to 140 miles per hour. I'm not exaggerating. They were drag racing. So I'm driving the speed limit, but I see them coming up behind me, and they look like torpedoes coming. So they were side by side, neck by neck, coming up to me, and I'm like, whoa. I'm ready to brace for impact. So right when they get up to my truck, they both split ways. One go on the right side of my truck. He had to get on the what you call that thing? The not the medium, but he had to get on the side, you know, where the line separates. I forgot the name you call it. All right. And the other guy, he went left. So he had to come in the oncoming traffic. Okay. So as soon as they get to me, they both split. And when they passed my truck, you could just feel the power, the force that came from both of their vehicles. It was like, phew, and you could feel it in my truck. So I'm like, damn, these niggas tripping. So they drag racing, you hear me? So now they in front of me, and I could see them. And they neck to neck. But I'm talking about they getting it. They neck to neck. So further up the road, the guy that went left, I see this nigga, I see a car coming on oncoming traffic. So I'm like, oh shit, this ain't gonna be good. I'm leaving this out. I'm on the phone with my ox. I'm on the phone with a few of the brothers. We was talking about something on the phone. So I'm talking to them while I'm driving. And while I'm on the phone with them, I'm like, hey, brethren, y'all don't believe what the fuck I'm looking at right now. I say, man, got some niggas drag racing, and they barely hit my ass. So while I'm saying that, the other car that got in the left lane and came in the oncoming traffic, a car coming. But this nigga going so fast, I say I'm about to witness a car wreck, and somebody's gonna die. He's driving too fast. So right when the cars was about to collide, the dude tried to make a sudden turn to the left and go around the other car like he did me, but inertia caught him, and this nigga flipped in the ditch. I'm looking at it with my own two eyes. Now the nigga in my lane that was on the side of me, I don't know why the fuck he flipped in the ditch. He flipped in the opposite ditch on the other side of the road simultaneously. So I'm like, damn. I was like, hey, I just seen two niggas flip going top speed. I say, I know them niggas dead, man. So boom. One of my bros was like, man, I was like, man, y'all think I ought to go check on them niggas? And one of my eyes was like, yeah, man, go ahead and check. So I got out the car, me and my sons, we got out the car. And when we got up to the car, it had some other people that was behind me. They had them got out and bust the guy in winter to pull him out. Man, when they pulled this dude out, man, this dude's head was cracked, full of blood. He had so much blood on his shirt. His shirt was soaking wet. I'm not exaggerating. His shirt was soaking wet with blood, not water, not mud. His shirt was soaked and fucking wet with blood. The other guy in the other car, he was an Edomite. Well, he looked like an Edomite. I don't know if he could have been a speckled bird. But he was unscathed, and both of their cars was flipped upside down. Both of their cars was flipped upside fucking down. So when I got out, I asked the guy, I said, which I was drag racing, and the guy had all the blood on him. He was like, man, I don't know where I'm at. Where am I? Where am I? He must have had a concussion or something. He didn't even know where the fuck he was at. But this is the reason I'm doing the sit down, okay? When I seen all that blood, guts, and octane, all right, that's not something you see every day. Like growing up, I done seen niggas in shootouts and shit, people getting shot. But it's still horrific because it's not something you see every day. And I was like, man, why am I so... It's like my heart was pumping. My adrenaline was pumping. I was like, man, in this final hour, this is going to be the social norm. Like, both of them guys had heavy demons on them to be driving that fast on the road where you got oncoming traffic. And I'm like, them dudes wasn't even... When you look at it from a spiritual perspective, them dudes wasn't in control of their bodies. All right, they had demons controlling them, and the Lord just didn't let them, just didn't let them die. All right. Now I'm not gonna say that the guy that was full of blood that they pulled out ain't gonna die. He could have went to hospital and died because he had a lot of blood and he was disoriented. But the other guy, he got out. Nothing was wrong with him. But the point of the matter, it was horrific to me. My adrenaline was pumping, and it was chaotic. And I'm like, this is why the Lord say wisdom and knowledge shall be the spirit of our time. This is going to be the social norm. And that's just two people racing in a car that flipped in their cars, all right, and was blooded. Just imagine with guns, knives, javelins, diseases are everywhere, okay? Just imagine when people in a zombified state doing things that zombies do on the movies, man, all right? That was small potatoes what I saw. But the average American, they're not used to shit like that. The average American not used to seeing people get shot in the head and blood, brain matter everywhere. All right. But us men of the Lord, that the Lord is going to have mercy on, all right, we're going to become immune to that because it's written in the book of Exodus, Yahweh is a man of war. The prophets were hard men. I mean, Samuel went and slayed Agag, man. So we got to be in that Conan-like spirit. And I was like, man, I thought I'm ready. I'm like, man, nothing could get me razzle dazzle, but shit, when them cars went past me and I felt the power coming from them cars because I thought they was going to hit me, my heart was racing. And even after they kept going and was riding, my heart was fucking racing. Even when I got out the car to go check on them, my heart and adrenaline was pumping. I thought I was about to see a dead body. Okay? So we got to embody these scriptures, man. All right, and know that this is about to be the social norm in this final hour. Something horrific is about to happen in the planet Earth, and we're about to see all kind of chaotic, crazy scenes. It's going to be like we used to say when I was in the world, man. Everybody out here going to be maniacing, man. And them dudes, the way they was driving, they was maniacing to the point they almost killed themselves, okay? This is Sirach 39:28. There'll be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. The Lord put the spears on them dudes to do that kamikaze race. They both almost lost their lives tonight, man. And those same spears that enveloped those guys, because I'm going to tell you something else. The people that was coming on the other side, they could have died and they wouldn't even seen their death coming. I just knew the people, he was going to hit those people head up. And right at the split second before he hit them, he hit a little sharp left and tried to go around him like he did me. But the inertia and I guess you call it the G-force was so heavy, he flipped, okay? But those people their lives could have been snuffed out like a light. They're right fast because that's how people die. That's how people die every day. And I said, man, the Lord just had mercy. The people that he just missed could have died. They could have just, both of them ran in the back of my car. They would have been going at a full magnitude, 134, 130. Man, they could have even gone, man, they was so fast. They could have been going 200 miles per hour. When they both split my car, they barely missed me. And my car, I got a Tahoe, my truck big. And it shook my truck. And my son that was asleep, he was like, damn, what was that? It was so, the power that was coming, the force that was coming from the cars was so strong, it woke one of my sons up. Like, he was like, damn, what was that? Okay? This is going to be the normal in society. We're going to see people out there protesting, and you're going to have a maniac person with a maniac spirit on them jump in a vehicle like that and just plumb through the crowd, man. Yes, get ready for it. Everything that can go wrong will go wrong, because the Lord is about to unleash these spirits of vengeance with his fury to lay on sore strokes, all right? And it's the time of destruction that he's about to pour out his force on all humanity. And it's going to appease his wrath, okay? This is about to be a common scene, what I saw tonight. This is Revelation chapter 7, verse 1. And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth. And all of this hell, all of this chaoticness is going to be on from every one hemisphere to the next. All right? It's going to be great death all throughout the planet Earth, because wickedness has exceedingly polluted the earth. So the Lord is about to judge everybody for their wickedness, okay? And right now he has 4 angels holding back that wrath, but he's about to let them go in the coming days. Holding the 4 winds of the earth. Those 4 winds is destructions, all right? Judgments, all right? Those are demon hordes that the Lord is about to leash on planet Earth, man, okay? And you're going to see a lot of blood, guts, and octane. And if you one of the brothers that is striving to be in that elect number, hey, you can't get razzle dazzle. We about to see shit we never saw before. All right? That the wind should not blow on the earth, nor the sea, nor any tree. All right? And that's until the appointed time. All right? And that's for the appointed time. And the appointed time is amongst us, man. And in the ancient world, the men of the Lord, all right? All of those angels and demons of destruction, they're gonna come out. They came after the early church, all right. A lot of people in the early church gave up the ghost for the testimony of Hamashiach Yahushua, all right. And there's gonna be the same thing in this final hour, okay. In fact, let me get that in 2nd Ezra, all right. All of that, the foul spirit was on the niggas that was driving tonight. Those foul spirits, all right, chaotic, demonic, murderous spirits, because they could have killed somebody, all right? It's something called vehicular homicide, all right? You can use your vehicle as a fucking weapon. And that's what would have happened. Like, I was telling Mike, I said, man, them niggas deserve to be in jail, man. If you're going to race, go to a fucking arena where you can race, all right? They got places where you could go drag race. You can get your vehicle and lawfully do it. Don't get on a fucking highway where you got oncoming traffic coming both ways. Them niggas should have been in jail, man. They could have killed somebody. They could have killed me, you know? But we pray every day before we leave that the Lord have mercy on us, man. All right? These demons, they everywhere right now. All right? The demonic activity is high. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 69. All right? And it's written, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and reproach, and trodden underfoot. For there shall be in every place in the next cities a great execration upon those that fear the Lord. And everybody that's that fears the Lord, all of those demonic entities are going to consume people, and there's going to be an insurrection upon us. We got to get acquainted and embrace the madness, all right? That's why the Lord said in the book of Jude, get built on your most holy faith. That's why he said in Isaiah the 33rd chapter, wisdom and knowledge shall stabilize you. It's going to be in a time where you're just going to see people, the demons that's going to consume them, it's going to be all over their continents, man. You're going to see people with blank stares trying to kill you for the testimony of Hamashiach Yahushua. All right, them dudes, when them dudes got out them cars, man, them dudes was in a zombified state. Man, that dude wasn't controlling his vessel. All right, those angels that's holding back the 4 winds, it's holding back them Grim Reapers. The Grim Reaper had control of that dude's body. When he got out the car, he didn't even know where he was at. All right, when he was driving that fast, them dudes that probably ain't know what the fuck they was doing. That's how them angels are death jumping humans and control them to commit all of these violent acts. You got, hey, I'm gonna tell you this: they jumping on so-called men of the Lord. They jumping on bugging guys out that had this testimony and ran well for a season. They know different. Put bloody spirits on them. Okay? During the time of the Passover, what was the Passover all about? You being right with Yahweh Shem Shah, putting that blood on your doorpost and trusting him to protect you from them angels of death, man. Because they coming. All right? And they coming with brute force. All right? They shall be like madmen, sparing none. Them niggas just driving them the cars that I just saw, man, they were madmen. And they wasn't sparing nothing. All right? Them was some dangerous ass niggas, man. All right? They wasn't not controlling their vessels. They were not in their right mind. But still spoiling it and destroying those that fear the Lord. And those guys with all them demons on them, they about to be coming at us, man. All right? That's why we labor. That's why we pray. That's why we fast, man. All right? These demons are coming at us with brute force. And that's why we got to have on that breastplate of righteousness, the helmet of salvation, the shield of faith, which are all defensive in nature. All right? And we got the sword of the spirit to rebuke these demons, man. Because we got power over these scorpions and serpents, man. All right? But you got to have faith. All right? And you got to read about things that happened before a time that was for our learning, man. The same persecution happened on our brothers in the early church. And these people was full of these demons trying to kill our brothers. And in fact, they killed a great number of them. This is 2 Timothy 4:14. This is an account where nigga had a demon trying to get Paul knocked off, man. All right, this is 2 Timothy 4:14. Alexander the coppersmith did me much evil. All right, and this dude was trying to get Paul killed. All right, Paul had him excommunicated from the church when you read up on it. All right, and he was a fucking off-ass nigga. All right, and you got historians that say different things. All right, they say he could have been just a Hellenistic Hellenic Israelite that from Ephesus, and he might have not been the same one you read about in 1 Timothy, the 1st chapter. I truly believe all of them are the same. This is the same Alexander. All right, because all of them. One thing's for sure, two things for certain. They was all from Ephesus, and you have different historians that say different things, but I think it was the same one. All right, through the Spirit. Alexander the coppersmith did me much evil. The Lord reward him according to his works. Now, we're going to get into the evil that he brought up on Paul, all right? This dude tried to get Paul killed. Of whom be thou were also, for he have greatly withstood our words. And you got a lot of men getting seducing spirits on them in this final hour, resisting the men of the Lord. Envious of them, all right? Trying to kill them, you know? Because when a man try to kill you spiritually, you best know he'll kill you physically. All right? Because they got them seducing demonic spirits on them. And my first answer, no man stood with me, but all men forsook me. All right? Because Paul was put in some critical situations. We're going to get into that. I pray Yahweh that it be laid nigh to their charge. He felt like his brother and some of his brothers forsook him when he went through what he went through, you know? That's how he truly felt, okay? That's why he said that. At the first, verse 17, notwithstanding Yahweh Bashim Shai stood with me, strengthen me. And that's what we want to do. All right, we learn from these scriptures. We embody these scriptures. We meditate on them. And no matter what has come upon us, even if we are forsaken by man, that we know that the Lord is always with us, because he told us that in Matthew the 28th chapter, all right, around the 18th verse. He said, I will be with you always. I'll be with you to the end of the world. Okay? That by me, the preaching might be fully known, and that all Gentiles might hear. And I was delivered out of the mouth of the lion. All right? And when that's a metaphor for saying he was delivered from the jaws of death. All right? Alexander and these people tried to kill him. And we about to go to that account. Okay? These people, and the same thing that happened in the ancient world is going to happen now. These people going to have these demonic spears on them, and they're going to be bloodthirsty to kill the men of the Lord, because they're going to feel all this hell is coming on them because the men of the Lord. Because yes, we're turning the world upside down like they did in the ancient world through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, this is Acts 19 and 30. All right, now this is the mouth of the lion Paul was delivered. This is the account he's talking about. All right, He started off in 14 saying Alexander the coppersmith did a much evil. Now check this out. All right, this is the account. This is when Paul was in Ephesus. All right, when the riot broke out, and they were trying to kill him. Acts 19 and 30. When Paul would have entered into the people, the disciples suffered him not, because he was going to this theater to prophesy, and they was telling him, don't do it. That's why he say the people that was told that was suffering him not, telling them, look, don't go in there, they trying to kill him. That's why Paul say he led not to their charge, because he felt that they abandoned him. And certain of the chief of Asia, which were his friends, sent unto him, desiring that he would not adventure himself into the theater. But Paul, was full of the zeal of the Lord. He was like, fuck that. I'm doing this unto death. All right? And these are the people he felt abandoned him. All right? Some therefore cried one thing and some another, for the assembly was confused. All right? A riot broke out, and the more part knew not whether they would come together. And they drew Alexander out of the multitude. All right? And through the Spirit, that's Alexander the coppersmith. Right? That's the one that he said did a much evil. The Jews put him forward, and Alexander beckoned with the hand, and he would have made his defense unto the people. And this is the same Alexander you read in 1 Timothy, the first chapter, that Paul said he turned up him and hominids over to Satan. Okay, but when they knew that he was a Jew, all with one voice about the space of 2 hours cried out, great is Diana of the Ephesians. All right, and this is the spirit most of the people in this society are going to be in. All right, that demonic entity, Diana of the Ephesians, they was ready to kill for. So this Western diabolical American spirit, all right, is going to want to attack us, just like the Ephesians wanted to attack Paul for teaching the truth in the ancient world. All right, they was repping they fucking pagan deity, and they was ready to kill anybody that was preaching and teaching against it. And when the town clerk had appeased the people, he said, ye men of Ephesus, what man is there that knoweth not how the city of Ephesians is a worshiper of the great goddess Diana, and of the image which fell down from Jupiter? See, now these people were bugged out, and they had murderous spears on them. Okay, this is how it's going to be in the final hour that we're in. But these people are going to be 100 times worse than the people were in the ancient world. They're going to be more bloodthirsty because of technology. All right, the people in our day and time are more sick than those people that was in the ancient world. These people are sick, twisted, and demented. All right, seeing that these things cannot be spoken against, ye ought to be quiet and do nothing rationally. And this is how Paul would say he was delivered out of the mouth of the lion. All right, this guy came up and quieted the crowd. All right, but this wasn't none of his brethren. All right, the Lord put the spirit on his demon to do that. For you have brought hither these men, which are neither robbers of churches, nor yet blaspheme of your goddesses, your goddess. Wherefore, if Demetrius and the craftsmen which are with him have a matter against any man, the law is open, and there are deputies. Let them implead one another. And that's what stopped them from trying to kill Paul. That's why he say he was delivered out of the mouth of the lion. All right, this dude was like, the law reigns supreme here, and you just can't slay these men for nothing. Okay, but if you inquire anything concerning other matters, it shall be determined in a lawful assembly. Okay, for we are in danger to be called in question for the day's uproar. All right, and they were going to be called question if they were to kill Paul, who was a Roman citizen. There being no cause whereby we may give an account of this concurse. And when they had spoken, he disassembled the assembly. And that's how Paul was delivered. All right, and the Lord is going to deliver us out of these situations with these people, with these murderous demons. Now, it's going to be a number of us that's going to have to, a number of the elect that's going to have to give up the ultimate sacrifice, like the apostles of old. All right, there's nothing new under the sun. Okay, brothers are going to have to be found faithful unto death. They're coming to territory. That's what you got to know what you signed up for. All right, but you look at all these scriptures where the Lord always defended his men. He's never forsaken his men. He's never seen the righteous forsaken or their seed begging bread. If a brother dies, it's according to election. If one of the elect men died, it was set in his lot before we were put in human flesh, that he was going to give up the ultimate sacrifice. And it's going to happen to brothers, all right? But, hey, the Lord say, for those that it don't happen to, not a hair on your head going to get harmed, all right? We're going to laugh at the famine, okay? When pestilence come upon us, it will not touch us. It's written in Luke, I think that's the 9th, I'm going to get it. I don't want to vain join you. It's either Luke 17 or Luke 9 where it say, no serpent. We could be about serpents and nothing would in any means harm us, okay? All right? Because this is what they was trying to do to the brothers in the early church, okay? This is Luke, Salaki, Acts 17:5. Okay, it's written. But some of the Jews were jealous. I'm reading this in the NLT. So they gathered some troublemakers from the marketplace to form a mob and start a riot. And when you read in the KJV, it say men of the brazen sort, troublemakers, all right? Wicked niggas, okay? And the spirit that's on these men in the ancient world are here back today, ready to engulf the people that we see every day, okay? Your neighbors, your family, your so-called friends. All right, they're gonna be in the spirit of that brazen sort, troublemakers. All right, and they're only gonna, and we're gonna be public enemy number one. We're gonna be deemed domestic terrorists. Okay, and they're gonna be trying to slay us. Okay, they attacked the home of Jason, searching for Paul and Silas so they could drag them out to the crowd. They was trying to kill the brothers. Okay, this comes with the territory. All right, people slandering you. All right. People are trying to kill you. All right. No matter what it is, it comes with the territory, man. All right. When you come to this truth, you got to have tough skin and you got to have a strong heart in your Yahweh Shema Shai to be ready to go to a guillotine, ready to be bought in one of those crowds and enslaved for the testimony of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. Not finding them there, they dragged out Jason and some of the other believers instead and took them before the city council. All right. And that's what Matthew the 10th chapter say, the Lord, that we're going to be brought before governments and priests, but don't worry what you will say because the spirit in you is going to tell you what to say. We're going to be brought to these people as a testimony against them. We're going to cuss their asses out and these senators, these congressmen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. And they're going to condemn some of us to death. Paul and Silas have caused trouble all over the world, they shouted. And now they're here disturbing our city too. All right, this is going to happen again. Things written aforetime was written for our learning. All right, they're going to say we are troubling the world, and they're going to call us troublemakers, and they're going to drag us before councils to get us beheaded. And Jason has welcomed them into his home, and they are guilty of treason against Caesar. Treason against Caesar meant you were going to get put to death. All right, so we got Nero Caesar back here in the flesh. All right. We thoroughly believe that down here amongst the men of Great Millstone. And we believe DJ Trump is Nero Caesar in the reincarnation. Okay. We wholeheartedly believe that. For they profess allegiance to another king named Yahushua. See? They was trying to get him put to death for worshiping Yahushua and saying, fuck Caesar. All right, what are we doing, Akim? That's what we're doing right now. It's fuck Caesar. All right, all hail to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Okay? The people of the city, as well as the city council, were thrown into turmoil by these reports. So the officials forced Jason and the other believers to post bond, and they released him. All right, it's not going to be, see, that's why I say they were more civilized and they was off back then than they're going to be here. They're going to be bloodthirsty. We ain't going to be they're going to do away with the Constitution. So when the National Defense Authorization Act is implemented, you won't be able to have due process in this legal system. They're going to be able to keep you indefinitely and put you to death without trial. All right? The Constitution will be done away with. And that's the times we're living in, man. Okay? All right? And you can see the genesis of these things. These spirits created vengeance. They wreaking havoc in the planet Earth right now, man. What I just saw, it just influenced me to do this sit down. All right? Them niggas was wild. Seeing all that blood on that guy, man, we about to see that every day. Blood, guts, and octane. All right, the car was all fucked up, gas leaking and shit. It was blood, guts, and octane. He bleeding everywhere. All right, they had to bust the window to get him out. All right, that's gonna be a something that you're gonna see in this final hour. You're gonna see it a lot. All right, Isaiah 95. For every battle of the warriors with confused noise. It's about to be confused noise everywhere in America. Okay, and garments rolled in blood. You're gonna see that everywhere. All right, uprisings amongst the people, sedition amongst men, mad men sparing none. Okay, this is how the kingdom of heaven is going to get ushered in with pandemonium, chaos, and war. The war of wars, the third woe. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. And the cleanup crew is going to be those thermonuclear missiles. All right, that's going to come out of the silos. And 200 million of them, yes, 200 million of them will hit America. All right? Who are we to believe? Yahweh Shema Shah, some goddamn white man. These guys are going off their rockets in this fine hour, man. Guys, you know. All right? Guys are raising their heel against men that show nothing but tender love and care towards them, man. All right? But this comes with the territory, man. This comes with the territory. Guys are teaching things opposite to what they taught, okay? And getting lunatic spirits on them. All right? The Lord said, your enemies will be of your own household in this fine hour, man. And those prophecies are coming to pass, man. Your own family going to be ready to kill you, threatening your life. All right? Raising their heel against you. All right? All we got is Yahweh Shema Shai and our Akim in this ministry, man. You got to cleave to it, okay? It's about to be chaotic out here. It's about to be chaotic out here, Akim. All right, Passover is upon us. The shit get crazy around the Passover. All right, this is Ezekiel chapter. You know what? I'm not gonna get 7. I was about to get 7, but I'm going to the older but goodie. Ezekiel 7, 9, and 4. And Yahweh said unto him, all right, no. You know what? I'm gonna start from the top. All right, we always start at 4. Let me start from the top. Ezekiel 9 and 1, he cried also in my ears with a loud voice and caused them to have charge over the city to draw near, every man with his destroying weapon in his hand. All right, now these are not literal men. These are angels, all right? These are grim reapers. And behold, 6 men came from the way of the higher gate, which lieth toward the north, every man with a slaughter weapon in his hand, all right? These are those, all right, in Revelation, these are those angels created for vengeance that you read about in Sirach, the 39th chapter, and Isaiah in Revelation, the 7th chapter. Those angels holding back the 4 winds, they're holding back these grim reapers from coming to do the Lord's work, all right? These are heavenly hosts that we're reading about here. These are not literal men. And one man among them with clothes with linen with a writer inkhorn by his side, all right? And he's just documenting everything, all right? And there within and stood beside the brazen altar. You know what? It do got a precept for this to show you that you got the what is this? It's Zechariah. I ain't went to it in a minute. Zechariah 4 and 10. Is this it? Is this it? Let me see. Yup, this is it. Here we go. For though this is Zechariah 4 and 10. For who have despised the day of small things? For they shall rejoice and shall see the plummet in the hand of Zerubbabel with those 7. All right? And that plummet is that inkhorn that was in the angel's hand that we just read. And he said, with those 7. All right? Those 7 are those 7 archangels that we just read about in Ezekiel the 9th chapter. All right? Those 7. And what are those 7 doing? They bringing havoc on the earth. They are the eyes of the Lord. See, the angels are the eyes of the Lord, which run to and from through the whole earth. And they about to do a mighty work on the earth, as we about to read in Ezekiel 9, okay? This is talking about death angels, okay? He said they had a slaughter weapon in their hands, okay? Verse 3, Ezekiel 9 and 3, and the glory of Yahweh, of the power of Yasharallah was going up from the cherub, whereupon he was to the threshold of the house. And he called the man clothed with linen, which had the right of Inkerhorn by his side. And the Lord said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark on the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. All right. We want that white stone. That's what we're doing. That's why we're sighing and crying, because we don't want this judgment that the Lord is about to pronounce on the nation of Yasharala and the rest of the world. All right. 2/3 of the nation of Yasharala, Salakia. And to the others he said in my hearing, Go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. All right, so what's going to be happening during that time? Are these angels literally going to be killing people? Now, during the time of King David, yes, you did have one. But the way he was killing people, he was putting a pestilence on the people, all right? When you have a sickness, cancer, AIDS, herpes, and all that bullshit, those are spirits that are put on you, sick spirits on you. So these spirits are going to jump on people to make men slay one another. All right, put diseases on men. All right, put famine. Famine is a spirit. All right, you got to understand, famine is a spirit. So kill all the vegetation where people don't have nothing to eat. This is what's about to happen. This is the commandment that the Lord has given to these angels. Okay, and he said, and to the others he said, "Man, go." It's Salaki. And to the others he said in my hearing, Go ye after through the city and smite. Let not thy hand spare, neither have pity. Slay utterly. That means kill old and young, both maids and little children and women. And I'm telling you, when I looked at them dudes tonight, especially the dude that got out, he could have killed whoever, anybody. He could have used that fucking car as a weapon. All right. And he was like, he was zoned out. He didn't even know where he was. But he had all of that metal, all of that heavy metal going at that high-ass speed. He could have killed somebody, man. All right? That's those spirits of vengeance that overtook him. But come not upon near any man whom is the mark, and began in my sanctuary amongst you so-called Negroes, Native Americans, and people of Hispanic descent, and especially you that are mismanaging his word, teaching things you are not. You're going to get it the first. All right? You're going to get it first. The Lord ain't about to play with y'all asses. Then they began that the ancient men were before the house. And that goes for the men in this ministry. All right? We got to do this thing with fear and trembling. Keep our garments clean, man. All right? And make sure you don't teach things you ought to. And make sure you're being a doer of the word, not hearers only, because we want to be protected during these times, man. These people out here are bugged out, and they are going to slay one another. All right, this government is about to slay millions. All right, it's about to be chaotic. All right, nobody's gonna show mercy. Nobody's gonna show grace. The only people that are gonna get grace and mercy are the men that have this mark. All right. So with that, I don't want to write this out as edifying to the hearers. I'm gonna give infinite honors to my heavenly Father, my great King, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bashem, Hara Kakadash. Double honors to all the apostles and other bishops, a great millstone, and salutation to my fellow laborers in the Mashak Yahweh Shai, Kwame Yasharala, Abba Abba.